Let's talk emotions. Emotions are sometimes people's favorite topic to talk about, especially when they're good feeling, positive emotions. And they're also a topic that many people shy away from, particularly when they're having negative experiences that do not feel good. So I want to just do an introductory video here, start some topics, and then we're going to dive into them more in follow-up videos. Hit subscribe if you want to be sure to catch some of those follow-up videos, and that way you won't miss a beat. The tricky thing about emotions is that they're very confusing, and there's usually more than one happening at one time. So often when we're thinking about how do I feel, we try to label it with one emotion. But often that's not the case. Often there are multiple emotions going on, mixed up, and it makes it just that much more muddy and confusing. So first of all, give yourself a break in being able to allow yourself to talk about multiple emotions all happening at the same time. So I can be disappointed, sad, and frustrated. I can be excited, happy, and nervous. I can be angry and sad. In fact, those are two that are often together, or angry and hurt. And you might think hurt and sad are similar, and they are. That's also one of the tricky pieces about emotions, is that there's some nuances between some emotions. So you may say, I don't really feel hurt, but it's close. So what I've done is I've given you down below in the notes below this video a list of emotions. They are not the end-all be-all of every single emotional experience in the world, but hopefully it's enough variety to help you tease apart what is it that I'm feeling, what's mixed up with this sadness, this anger, this hopefulness, what else is in there? And that will help you provide some clarity for yourself about what is going on for you. The great thing about emotions that most people forget is that they're information. They're telling us what is impacting us. Whether that's a good impact or a negative impact, it's still good information to know. This makes me happy. This is good for me. Or this really gets under my skin and is such an irritation for me. That's good information for you to know. There's a lot of ways you can use that information in your follow-up choices or decisions or conversations with other people. So sometimes when we're feeling really upset about an emotional experience, if we're not in the full throes of it, sometimes remembering, okay, this is information. What is it telling me? What are some clues that I can get from this emotional experience? That can be a nice way to not be at war with it, to really feel like it's a part of you and it's a useful part of you, and it's not just frustration and irritation that you're having emotional experiences. Again, particularly the negative ones are the ones we don't want, right? I also want to add that we all have these experiences where we don't know what we're feeling. It's really confusing. It's really, we're unsure of what to make of it. When that happens, there's a few things you can do. We're going to talk about that in some follow-up videos. I don't want to make my videos too long and bore you to death, but I will be following up on that. But I really just wanted to say it's a normal experience. You know, sometimes we compare ourselves with other people around us, and when we have friends or family members or coworkers who are really in touch with their emotions and really know what's going on for themselves, we can sometimes get really judgmental and assume like there's something wrong with us because I don't know what I'm feeling. I know I'm feeling something, but I'm not sure what it is. We all run into that. Some people maybe a little more than others, and that's definitely something that you can work on in therapy or on your own. But I just want to normalize it and let you know it's not that something's wrong. It's just we're all made a little different. We all have our strengths and areas we could improve and work on. So if you feel like you're often unable to name what you're feeling, unable to really pinpoint what it is that's going on for you, that's okay. And again, it happens to all of us. So take the list of emotions that's down below in the comments right now, open it up, pause this video, open up the list. You may not even be feeling intense emotions right now. That's okay. There's words for that too. So take a look and see what you find. There's a really great way to think about emotions, and it also, to me, explains why it's so difficult and challenging for many of us to name, understand, and be okay with the fact that we have emotions. In dialectical behavior therapy, there's a diagram, and I've included it below, but it's a very simple idea where there's a part of our brain that's rational, logical, really problem-solving part of our brain that can make sense out of things. And then there's our emotional side of the brain. And our emotional side is not necessarily rational, not necessarily good at problem solving. It feels a lot and it feels intensely. We often want our emotional side to be our rational, logical side. And that's what trips us up, because it's a very different animal. We're very complex people. And when we have emotions, we want to solve it, figure it out, fix it. And while there are definitely things that we can do to soothe them and take care of them and understand them, again, it's not our rational, logical side. So sometimes we have to be okay with the messiness for a bit until things de-escalate, calm down, feel a little less intense, and then we can dissect it and look at it a little more closely. Thanks for watching. I hope you found this useful. I'd love it if you would comment, give me ideas of future videos that you would like to see, and I'm happy to consider those. Take care.